I just bought this 2016 Mini Cooper Countryman for $8,000 just so I can make some money on Turo. I spent $8,000 on this Mini Cooper just for this video. Well, kind of. By the end of this video, I'm going to share exactly how much I made over Onia for 30 days, and I'm going to share my overall honest experience. So if you don't know already, Turo is a car sharing platform that allows you and anybody else to list almost any car and make money while you list it. And there's only a couple regulations. It needs to be 12 years newer and under 130,000 miles to list it, and that's it. So let's talk about insurance. When the car is on trip and the guest has it, it's covered under the Turo insurance, and the way they do this is set with protection plans. The hosts make anywhere from 60% all the way up to 90%, while Turo takes the rest for their protection plans. It just depends on which protection plan you choose. Each protection plan has its own deductible and set of regulations. So for example, if you have the 60 plan, you have a $0 deductible, but if you have the 90 plan, then you have a $2,500 deductible. So you don't pay for Turo's insurance upfront or monthly like any regular car insurance. You actually pay for it per trip, and it just comes out of your revenue. So you don't actually see it leave your account, you just see it deducted from your earnings on each trip. I use the 90 plan, which has a $2,500 deductible, and after a ton of math, most hosts find out that that's the best plan to use. So now back to the Mini Cooper I bought for $8,000 in cash in my local market. The vehicle has about 110,000 miles, and it should be able to do about $1,000 every single month is what I expect. It's a 2016, so to be expected, there's some minor dings and scratches, but when you have customers that rent cars like this, they don't expect super perfect cars, as obviously it's not a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, so minor imperfections aren't really a big issue. All right, so the next step is really easy. All you have to do is set up your Turo host account, you add the VIN number, you add description of the vehicle, and then you take photos and upload it, which honestly is very easy, takes under 5 minutes, and you can do super easily. All right, so everything's set up now. All we have to do is wait for our first booking, which can take a couple minutes all the way up to 24 to 48 hours. Just depends on how good your listing is and your pricing that you set for the car.
24 hours later.
All right, so we just got our first booking at $50 a day. I think the best rule is you start your pricing fairly low, get your first couple bookings, get your first couple good reviews, and then you can increase the price. But for the 2 days we have booked, use $100. So after Turo fees, we're gonna make about $90 on this reservation. Bookings for tomorrow morning. So here in a little bit, we're gonna get the car ready. We're gonna make sure it's washed. We're gonna make sure it's vacuumed. We're gonna take our check-in photos, and then we're gonna set it up for a virtual check-in. So we're gonna put a lockbox in the car, make sure everything's ready to go for tomorrow. All right, so we got the car all clean for the customer. Now we're gonna put the keys in the glove box. And when you're getting the car fully ready and checking the car in, I think the key biggest thing is taking the right photos of the car. So the biggest things that I do is obviously show the full condition of the car inside and outside, but a couple key features are showing the tires and showing the tire tread, and then showing the windshield to show that there's no chips on it. Very, very important. And then I take pictures of the lockbox. And then what we typically do for virtual pickup is they'll send a selfie in front before they pick it up. So they'll show, I'm in front of the car, here's my driver's license, we want to make sure it's the right person, and then we'll give them the code for the lockbox, and they can pick up the car. So this is all set for the booking tomorrow morning, and we'll see how it goes. So the first reservation went really, really well. In 2 days, he only drove it 54 miles, which is perfect. That's exactly what we want to see. Now, at the end of the month, we're going to check back in and talk about how well it did over the last 30 days. So we're at the end of 30 days, and honestly, for an $8,000 car, I'm really impressed. We had quite a bit of bookings. We had 16 days booked, a couple cancellations in there, but total revenue for the month was $862. Since we bought a cash car, there were very few expenses, but we're going to break them down with you, and they're a lot less than what you'd expect. So for insurance cost, which we go through GMI, which is a period X policy for cars that go on Turo, we spent $105 for the month. We had to buy a lockbox for the car, which was $50 for the month. And then in miscellaneous expenses, we spent about $95 for the month on the car. So total net was $612 for the full 30 days. And at 16 days booked, it was $54 per day on average, which for the first month I'm really impressed with, and honestly it'll just go up from there. So honestly, a car like this I think can make more than this, especially in the high season. I think maximum can make probably $1,200 a month. Minimum is probably around $800, $700 every single month. So if you buy a car like this in cash, you can make tons of money, tons of profit. something that you have to take into consideration is maintenance moving forward. So I would budget out about $100 a month in maintenance. This could be for tires, for brakes, for suspension, or oil changes, mostly minor things. And honestly, I think a big part of this kind of revenue for this car took into account that the Turo account that we created had 0 reviews, the car had 0 reviews, and for new customers looking at cars, something that doesn't have any reviews yet is a little bit sketchy. So once it gets more reviews, once more people book the car, it's going to be a lot more advantageous for other people to book it, and with better reviews, there's more people that are willing to book the car. So as everybody knows that's been with our channel, we have over 200 cars that we rent out here in Tempe, Arizona. And for those of you who've been following our journey, we do a ton of informational stuff, teaching people how to rent their car out. And if you want to learn how to do that, we created an online training program. The link is below. I help as many people as I can along their journey. We appreciate all the support. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.